Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to CakeWaves.
CakeWaves.
Yeah, that's our new title for the Cake Drain podcast. We like the daily scream, but we're not doing the podcast daily, so we thought we should probably change our title if we're not going to do it daily. But so here you have it.
Because we have Cake Drain sound waves, but it's better than sound waves because they're cake waves coming at you. And today we're talking about a very special subject because Father's Day is right around the corner, or it could be Father's Day, depending on when you're listening. And today we're going to talk about some of our favorite fictional fathers. Little alliteration there. So
it's like a small alliteration.
It's
alliteration.
It's a little alliteration. So the first one I want to bring up is one that I think, most people won't think of it as a father, but he did have a father role, and that would be Ben Parker from Spider-Man. Not only was he the most caring person that I've read about in a comic, but he's the one that uttered the famous line from Spider-Man, "With great power comes great responsibility."
And that's very fatherly advice.
Very fatherly advice, because it's, good line to prepare for life, with everything you get, there's a lot of responsibility for it. And I think that's a great motto to live by. And, I think it even gave him up a notch because he may not have been the biological father, but he stepped in to raise Peter with the help of Aunt May. But, an old guy having to put up with a bratty teenager, you gotta give the guy some credit on that.
Oh yeah, another like recent father figure that I can think of. He's not necessarily one of my personal favorite father figures, but he is definitely a popular dad, is Liam Neeson's character from the Taken series.
Yes.
It's all about being Mr. Super Dad.
I don't know who you are, but I'll find you and I will kill you. Who else can deliver that line perfectly? I cannot.
Any dad, pretty much any dad uses that line at least some point in their parenthood.
Usually, if they have a daughter, it is for some teenage boy who decides they want to ask out their daughter. But that's a whole nother subject.
True story, true story.
And we've all been there, guys. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. There's lots of cool dads in movie history. You've got, even if they weren't necessarily good fathers, like John McClane from the Die Hard series, he's not really a good dad, but he's still a cool character. That happens to be a dad. But, hey, he gets an A for effort.
And there are some dads out there who are what I like to call bad dads, such as the world's famous father, Darth Vader. Because, yes, he is a father, but...
Just biologically.
Biologically. He's kind of a psychopath. But, in his defense, you got to give him credit. He's trying to get power and thinks he's kind of paranoid. In that situation, I think everybody would go a little crazy, don't you think? Just a little bit.
Maybe a little bit. And then you have really, really, really good dads, like Tim the Toolman Taylor from Home Improvement. Now that I always wished that guy was my dad because he was just hilarious.
Oh, Tim Taylor was one of my favorite dads growing up, besides my own. And because not only did he, host a really cool TV show about tools, but, he did his best to provide and help fix things around the house, both physically and sometimes emotionally to his best efforts. But he always knew where to go for advice. See, that's a role of a mature, good dad, is sometimes knowing where to go for advice and wisdom. In the case of Wilson. So I think that was a good role model in that sense, because you may think you know a lot, but sometimes you need a little extra help from the outside or across the fence.
Yeah, definitely. We were gonna do, for the Cake Drain show, we were gonna do a Father's Day debate. Unfortunately, we wound up not doing that. We wanted to do this instead. But Drake was going to use Ben Parker as his dad for the debate, which I thought was a really good choice. Mm-hmm. And the father I was going to use was Elrond from Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. And I think he's a really good dad. He's really wise, and he's really caring. He loves everybody. He wants everybody to do what's best. And even whenever he starts to become the kind of like overbearing dad for his daughter, like, oh well, you shouldn't go out with Aragorn because he's mortal and he'll die and you'll be sad. But he realizes, okay, I lectured you, but I love you, want you to be happy, so just go be with him, just do it. It's okay. And I mean, he even raised Aragorn himself too. Aragorn grew up in Rivendell, so he was a dad to his biological children and the orphans. So he was a good dad.
He's a very good dad.
You gotta love the dads.
You gotta love the dads that not only take in their biological children, but take in other kids as well. There have been multiple great dads over the years that have done that sort of thing, and even ones that were father figures as well. We mentioned in our last podcast the show Full House. Of course, you got to mention Danny Taylor, who always has a very emotional lecture at the end. The strings come in, there's a very serious moment, and Danny Taylor comes in with the moral of the story, along with Uncle Jesse and Uncle Joey, who in their own right were father figures, because they helped raise these 3 crazy girls in this house, along with all their friends and things like that they all kind of accepted as their children. So, so dads can take multiple meanings in that way, maybe not just biologically or whatever, but also a father figure who, takes responsibility over people.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of like a good qualities of like any authority figure,
Oh, yeah.
should kind of have those qualities of like a caring parent.
Oh, yeah. If you can't, help support those under you, then, I don't think that makes a good leader, because they're the boss and then there's a leader. And I think true leaders have that quality of, not only am I going to tell you what to do, I'm going to help you through whatever is going on. And, kind of help show you the way as well. Because we're all in the trenches together, we're all working hard, as sergeants right in there with the privates and stuff like that in the military. So, they're all in there working their hardest to win a victory, reach a goal. And I think a great leader in that aspect has to have that heart of not only, do what I say, but, let me help you do things as well.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've kind of said it without saying it, but Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Dads out there of the world.
Happy Father's Day. Happy Dia de Padres.
See.
That was for our international listeners, if there are.
Well, the Spanish ones, I guess.
Oh, the Spanish. Because I don't know how to say Happy Father's Day in any other language. I'm sorry. Why did the driven snow? I'm sorry. I can barely speak Spanish. So, forgive me for that.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else you'd like to add to the fathers out there, or fathers in fiction?
For all the fathers out there, I just want to give you guys a cake drain salute, and wish everybody out there a happy Father's Day. Make sure you guys treat your fathers especially well today. Hopefully you treat them well every day, but give them a little extra pat on the back, a little extra special treatment. Maybe even take them out to lunch.
Yeah, or grill something for them.
Yeah, cook for them. They cook all the time. Give them something. Cook for them. Because I know my dad is at home right now, probably, all my family's asking him to cook, and it's his day. Let him sit. I'm calling y'all out right now.
Yeah. If he'll let you touch the grill, then grill for your dad.
Grill for him.
And if not, then just go get him some barbecue, because every dad loves barbecue.
Do that, or run grab some burgers, because men love meat. That's the best solution for everything.
It heals the man's soul.
It heals the heart. It fills in the cracks of the heart. And I think that's a great thing. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed our Father's Day tribute. Make sure you guys check out our YouTube channel, Cake Drain Productions. We will be taking a week off of the Cake Drain Show, as we mentioned, but we will come back with more stuff for you guys. Also, check out my channel, Drake the True Snake. to check out some behind-the-scenes vlogs and just day-to-day stuff. And also, the guy who kind of inspired us to do our podcasts, Mr. D Rock, over at The Real D Rock 1 on Twitter and on YouTube, where he vlogs on about everything. And also at Wrestling Talk 1, pardon me, where he talks all things pro wrestling. And give him a shout out, tell him Cake Drain sent you.
And go check out his podcast.
And check out his podcast.
Here on
hashtag DRWTO, where he talks about all kind of things as well. So, and if you have any suggestions or maybe shout-outs to give on for our podcast, use hashtag CakeWaves, and we will make sure to mention them on the next podcast.
Sounds good. All right, thanks for sticking around, guys, and once again, happy Father's Day.
Peace.
We will see you next time, or you will hear us next time.
Next time.
On CakeWaves.
Peace out, and remember, BRUUUCE!